Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson. You're watching Reality Survival. So right now this is just a real quick hiking, camping kind of tip for deciding where you want to put your shelter. So if you're doing free camping or where you're not camping in designated campgrounds, you're going to have to decide where you want to build your shelter. And one of the main things that you want to consider is you want to, if you're, this is kind of assuming that you're not on flat level terrain. So if you're hiking through the woods and you've got some different terrain and stuff like that, you want to try to be on the military crest of a ridgeline. So let me see if I can explain this to you. Right up here you guys can see that's the top of the ridge that I'm on right now. And then I come down here a little ways and I've got some cover. I'm kind of behind the wind. Then if I look down here, I can see that it's down there, and I can see there's it's probably some moisture down there and stuff. Got some deciduous plants growing and whatnot, and it's probably going to be quite a bit colder down there in the evening, especially if you're in the fall or something like that. So finding a place that is on the military crest where the wind is kind of coming over the top of you and not hitting you so much, but you're not down in the sinkhole, down in the valley where it's colder, where there's going to be more insects and stuff like that. If it's summertime, it's going to put you in a better situation if you're up here on the military crest. And this area that I'm in right now actually happens to be a really cool place for a natural shelter. You could take and kind of put some branches across over the top right over here, and then start you a fire right out here on this rock, and kind of heat that rock up with that fire, and it's going to be bouncing that heat right back at you, and it's going to be pretty cool. Now you could get away with this in the summertime, probably the fall. In the wintertime you probably want to stay off the rock because that's just going to be too cold and it's going to sap the heat out of you. But summer and fall it's going to work pretty well. So kind of a cool little spot. But as some of you guys have mentioned, you do have to watch out when using rocks, that have been warmed with the sun throughout the day, because of creepy crawlies and snakes and all that kind of stuff. And that's just part of being out in the wilderness. It's not that big a deal. You just kind of brush it out with a stick, make sure there's nothing around you, and hopefully the fire will keep them away in the evening or whatever. But if not, have a kind of a stick close by, and you can just kind of brush them away. They're not going to bother you. But anyway, just a real quick thought on shelter site selection. The other thing I can bring up on shelter site selection is Widowmakers. And so let me show you Widowmaker right here. That is a short one. It's not very big. And one, I don't have any others right here around me that would fall on me. But one thing that you can do in order to see if I can get this camera angle right. One thing that you can do in order to determine if a tree is going to be tall enough to hit you or not is hold your arm up at a 45-degree angle, and if the top of the tree is sticking above your fingers, then it could possibly fall on you. And if it's shorter than your hand, then it's not likely going to fall on you. So just one potential way for you to kind of judge distance on whether or not a Widowmaker would fall on top of you if the wind started blowing real hard or something like that. Anyway guys, as always, I definitely appreciate when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.